So I realize my hair is getting very crazy right now, but if I cut it, then I can't do this. So, catch 22. Hey everybody, welcome to the first episode of Geeky DIY, where we learn how to do geeky things together in my creepy basement. Wow, there's a lot of things to... Growing up, one of my favorite memories was when my brother taped together like 4 pieces of paper. He drew an imaginary world on those 4 pieces of papers, and all summer long, we imagined through that imaginary world. So today, we be making maps. Maps are awesome props for D&D campaigns, for kids' scavenger hunts, and for hiding the ill-gotten gains from hundreds of pirate raids. But whatever the reason you're here, I'm just glad you're here. If you're new to the channel, think about subscribing, commenting, liking, becoming a part of our community, which is very small right now. So if you could share this with the people that you know, that'd be great. You're the best. If you'd like to know why my basement is so creepy, just check out my first video. It's called My Creepy Basement. I kind of explain why my basement's so creepy. Quick explanation of why I film down here. It's because it's the only place in the house I can. So, here we are. I'm not actually that creepy. So what are you going to need? You're going to need a 1/4 cup of hot water. You're going to need a cup to put said hot water in. You will need a tea bag to place inside of the cup with hot water. You're going to need some whitey-tidy paper and a cookie sheet that will fit in your oven, which can be difficult for the oven that we own because it's a really small oven. Step 1, you are going to heat the water until it's boiling. Step 2, then take a 1/4 cup of said boiling water and pour it into the cup. Place the tea bag in the cup with the boiling water and let steep for at least 10 minutes. Be careful that you don't melt your fingers in the boiling water. And we've all seen Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, and we all know what happens when skin boils, and it's pretty creepy. Step 3. While waiting for your tea to steep, take a piece of whitey-tidy paper and start ripping the edges in random patterns to make it look ancient and old and weathered and tattered, and as if it's seen the hopes and dreams of 1,000 generations. I'm getting over dramatic again, aren't I? Sorry. Ta-da! As you can see, it's not even in any sort of way, but that's okay. It's gonna look better in the end if it's not like all even and like looking perfect. I mean, that's kind of what we're trying to do. We're trying to make this look weathered and old. Next up, on a surface that you don't mind actually getting wet, we are going to apply the first level of tea stain. So I'm going to pull out, I actually like to just pull out the tea bags themselves, kind of squeeze them out, gets all the juice in the water. And then I like on the first one to do a lot more even of a coat. So I just spread it out across the whole pieces of paper. Now it doesn't have to be completely even, it actually looks a little bit better if there's slight little bits of blotch, but we're going to get to that in a later part of the show. Make sure you also get the edges. Ta-da! Now just slap that on a cookie sheet. Doesn't need to be completely flat. It's alright if it's not. It will make it a little bit more wrinkly and thus look a little bit more old if it's not. Step number 5, preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Step number 6, place your paper inside of the oven on a cookie sheet, keeping a close eye on it for at least 3 minutes. After about 3 minutes, it should be all the way dry, and you're ready for the next step. Step number... I don't remember what step we're on. So this is the first round. As you can see, the staining on the paper is fairly even, and because we didn't lay it completely flat on the paper, it's got some great wrinkles in it that's going to make it look really old. That's awesome. Now on this step, this is the second batch of staining that we're going to do. What I actually like to do is do a really blotchy staining. I literally will just throw the tea bags on the piece of paper and let it splash about. And it's okay to have these little puddles of juice. They'll make darker stains on the actual final product. Now just slap that back onto a cooled cookie sheet and we're ready to go. The next step, put it back into the oven at 400 degrees for about 2 minutes. Alright, so as you can see after that step, you get a lot of the blotches and a lot of the stains that start looking really old. And it looks great. So I like to do a third just to kind of even it out just a little bit more. And so in this one, I do kind of a combination of the two techniques. I try to start with an even, flat coat across the whole piece of paper and then do some blotches as well. Now we'll just put this on a cooled cookie sheet, put it in the oven for our last time. And here it is, our almost final product. Now all you need to do is draw on it. Find something to put on this piece of weathered paper. A map, a scavenger hunt, the location of your buried treasure, it's up to you.
So what are some of the things that you can put on your map?
The most important thing is a really awesome, sweet, compassy looking thing. So you know, north from west from east, and other things. A-frame Mountains, a blobby lake, Arrowhead Forest, a squiggly line river, Swampy Castle V3, a surprisingly well-developed cave system, a crystal tower, an on-cue volcano, a deserty type region, a rarely visited harbor, and finally a troglodyte village.
T-Rex is angry. T-Rex wants to like. T-Rex wants to comment. T-Rex wants to subscribe. T-Rex's arms are too short. Will you help her? Hashtag t-rexsay. My creepy basement. As always, thank you for watching and supporting me. My small little community, you guys are awesome. Thank you for always commenting and sharing my videos. You guys mean a lot to me, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. Also, before I forget, my little brother has a channel, for those of you who do not know. It's all about linguistics, and that is awesome. So you should go check that out. Link in the description below, or just click somewhere above or below me, and that's where we'll be. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.